And it's, again, a lot of this stuff sounds like strategy. It's not. It's literally just going.
I get it.
It's following the path that your heart is leading you, right? And for me, it was leading me. I was deeply curious about that world. So I'm not thinking, oh, I want to become a recording artist. I mean, I didn't even know what that was anyway. So for me, I'm just like, I'm in a world I didn't even imagine. Like the radios, the songs that you hear on radio, someone makes them.
Yes.
I was like, let me go and think about that. So anyway, but I come back to Kenya now, I'm on fire, man. I'm like, this is the thing I'm doing. And I was like, I want to record, I want to learn production. And that's when I came back, I was like, I'm going to put myself out there. And, decided I wanted to go and visit a few studios and go and see what's up and see if I could get an internship or hang out. So the first studio I went to was Sync Sounds, Samawati. To Samawati. And
Tejusa. No, Samawati is
Susan Kibukosia.
Yes.
And the reason I went to Susan's first is, at this point, my dad is working with Matiba. I know them really well. So I know Susan. So I was like, let me go to her studio. And
people don't know, because you're explaining it internally. Susan Matiba and Susan
Kibukosia were in a group together, yes, musically speaking.
And Joy Boya.
Joy Boya, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Musically speaking was the name of the group.
Yeah. So I go to the studio, but I'm going cold, eh? Yeah, I just walk in. I met Guido. He can't remember this. And Guido, I mean, and I can understand, just a guy walking off the street coming in, but he wasn't very welcoming. And so I was like, okay. And there was almost something in me. It wasn't strategic, but I knew where I'm welcomed is where I want to be. Right? So I didn't think about it this way. It's just, I think my spirit that's what it was looking for. So then after that went to Amina, what was the name? Nurani. Anyway, Amina was, I don't know, they ended up getting married with Chris from Five Alive. Anyway, so she had a studio.
And how are you knowing all these guys? How are you knowing about the studio things?
So I think this kind of like the networks. I think maybe Susan too. Maybe Susan. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're on the hustle.
But I knew I'm on the hustle now. I'm like, I want to go and intern at a studio. I want to learn studio work.
Okay.
So I went to see her, and that didn't pan out. So now I'm getting discouraged. Then the only other studio that I knew of was Sync Sounds. And Sync Sounds, like, Ted is such a wonderful guy, but we fear there was a fear factor for Ted. So I'm like
I know it.
Yeah, so I'm like but I didn't even bother going. Yeah, I was like laying at that one. Then I don't know who told me to go check out a small studio that was at is it Next? It wasn't called Next then. The campus
In Karen?
No. What's the one near Kilimani police station?
I know. Yes, I know it is. Yes, but there's I know the one on the Dusty Road.
Yeah. Right. So that one over there.
Yeah.
So Life Ministries had a studio there. And so so I'm like, oh, I'll go check it out. And I was just walking cold. It wasn't those days for making an appointment. Just go. So I go in, And I meet this guy at the mix desk, very, very polite and kind guy. In fact, I'm even choking up just thinking about it. And he was willing to listen where others were not.
Wow.
And he was like, sing me something. So I sang him this one song I had. And his mouth is on the floor. And he offered me an internship on the spot. That guy is Steve Waweru.
Oh my God.
Okay? So Steve, God bless him. Steve cannot do any wrong in my eyes. Like, what he did for me was like, it was powerful, man. So, but not only that.
That's insane.
So started teaching me. In fact, I think we started working on that song that day. Because like, let's listen. I love that song. It was "A Love So Pure, and It Feels R&B."
Yeah.
It actually ended up on one of the Milele albums, first Milele album.
What's the name of the song?
"A Love So Pure," I think. Yeah. So anyway, so we did that. But not only did he do that, he started paying me.
What?
I'm interning, but he's paying me. And it gave me like a 5,000 Kenya shillings.
This, by the way, for context, is 1998.
This is 97.
Oh, okay.
I'm just back from
that
World Vision,
yes.
yeah. So 97.
So when you say you're interning, what are you learning? Are you learning music production?
Music production. He's teaching me music production. He's just pouring into me.
Wow.
It was more than that. Music production. I mean, I used to go sleep at his crib, okay. He must be the first guy to take me to Steers,
Wow.
I mean, it was that kind of like brotherly.
And were there other guys there?
The guys would pop in, so which is now where the story gets a bit interesting, because some of those guys were legends, because Steve was a significant guy in the music industry. So he did a lot of jingles and that kind of stuff. But one of the things he did was also Bible. He did the Jesus movie, and he would do the dubs. So he was the only one who at that point had figured out how to do sync. How to do sync for dubbing movies, because then it was a whole process. You had to use a moto timepiece. I don't know what and so he had figured it out. So he had gotten the contract for doing the Jesus movie and translating it into other languages.
Yeah.
So I was the assistant engineer for that, and he was paying me for that. But then,
now you're learning production.
Yeah, but on the side we're working on music. So that's where I met. Jack Odongo.
Wow.
So Jack Odongo was a good friend with Steve and would swing by. And Jack ended up being my music teacher for a short period. Then there was Jack. That's where I met Pete Odera. That's where I met FJ, Felix, who was an incredible, like, musical genius who ended up going to Berkeley and he's still in the States. So I was meeting all these like cool people, musicians, but most importantly, that's where I met Bwami Walumona. And Bwami was phenomenal musician from Congo, but Kenyan. And Bwami was part of the group Le Manglepa. He was a guitar player and a singer. And he would just play these beautiful African songs. And I'm like, dude. So one day I was like, Bwami, you need to write me a song. So he wrote me a song. And that song went, Sanjolama, yawe nanga, Sanjolama. And that became Milele's hit song.
But this is
years later. Years later.
So Sanjolama, what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
which is one of Milele's biggest jams.
Yeah, that's mine. It's all mine.
I loaned it to Milele.
Well, and you were given by
Bomi. Actually, it's not mine. Bomi Walumona was an incredible musician from the 80s, eh? Yeah. He was in a very famous band called Le Mangelepa.
Hey, Le Mangelepa.
And then he became a believer and started working at Life Ministries, and there was a studio at Life Ministries, and I became friends with him through Steve Wawero, but that's a story for another day. And one day I asked him to give me a song, and the song he gave me was Sanjolama.
Sanjolama, Yahweh Nangai. Don't say.
Sanjolama, Yahweh Nangai, Sanjolama, Sanjolama, Kumisama, Yahweh Nangai, Kumisama, Yembelema, Yahweh Nangai, Yembelama, Bindelama, Yahweh Nangai, Bindelama, Sanjolama, Yahweh Nangai, Sanjolama, Kumisama, Yahweh Nangai, Kumisama, Yembelema, Yahweh Nangai, Yembelama, Bindelama, Yahweh Nangai, Bindelama, Yahweh Popoto, Yahweh Sanjolama, Yahweh Bolingo, Yahweh Kumisama, Yahweh Bokasi, Yahweh Yembelama, Yahweh Bopoto, Yahweh Bindelama, Sanjolama, Yahweh Nangai, Sanjolama, Kumisama, Yahweh Nangai, Kumisama, Yembelema, Yahweh Nangai, Yembelama, Bindelama, Yahweh Nangai, Bindelama, Moko kokani na yote na manjambe nyote na moki, Moko kokani na yote na manjambe nyote na moki, Moko kokani na yote na manjambe nyote na moki, Moko kokani na yote na manjambe nyote na moki. Yahweh ojali jambe na bajambe nyote.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that song, you guys, is like I got a text message from Alice Kimanzi maybe a few months ago, and she was telling me, like, in fact, let me read it for you because it's quite interesting.
That's crazy.
So Alice here says, this is literally like her text, like, she's like, they call me uncle, but I call her auntie, so it's not an age thing. I don't know if you know this, but Nigerians have been putting Sanjolama in their praise sets for a long time. And she sent me this Praise Lord Your Mighty Praise session. Then she's like, check it out from minute 9. And I go in and it's Sanjolama. But it's not just Nigerians, even South African musicians. So Sanjolama went into the world. People don't know who wrote it. They don't know Boami wrote it. They don't know I was the first artist to have the song. It was my song.
Yes.
They don't know
You gave it to Milele.
They don't even know Milele. I gave it to Milele. They don't know Milele did it. Then they just somehow caught a song. I don't know how they caught it. And it's almost like now a Pambio. It's just recorded into...
Yes. And
into
you know,
presence.
guys, when you're saying Pambio, say what Pambio is, because people may think you're talking about...
the group.
Yes.
Yeah, so Pambio is basically, it's the choruses and the songs of like the Kenyan faith. You know, it's the songs that have been sung for years and like are meaningful to the faith in Kenya, but they're almost always old songs. Yeah. In fact, they're all old songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baraka za Mungu
Yes.
kweli. That's a Pambio. Yeah.
Wow. Like that's crazy how far that song traveled. At this time, were you working on your album or were you just working
No,
on
I'm not
music?
working on an album. I think I'm just working on music. I'm just experimenting.
And you've communicated you're not going to Daystar.
At
That's
this-
out of
at
the
thi-
picture.
Now I've applied to the school in the US now.
Oh,
so
but
my
this-
family
yeah,
knows
yeah.
that that's what I want to do. They're
Okay.
supportive. It's all good. Again, you can imagine from my story of my dad, he didn't care. He's like, he didn't care what I came and told him I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's like, hey, that's what you want to do.
And then on top of that, you want to go to the school he went to go.
Yeah. Go. So anyway, So at this point, it's music. I'm immersed now in the world of music. Still spending some time with Hello, not as much. Now I'm deeply in the production world. And now all the people that I'm meeting through Steve Wawero and just getting to understand and appreciate the music world even more.
What's shocking me? I'm not hearing you say you wanted to record music to have a radio single to put out. Even this Sanjolama, you didn't record it as yourself, or you did?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to the place where I wanted to do a song. 'Cause at this point, I'm not thinking that way. Me, I'm thinking about absorbing.
Yeah, that
I
you get.
just want to absorb. I want to absorb. Because I'm in a world, it's like Alice in Wonderland. You're like, wait, what's that? Wow, what does that do? How do you do that? It's a world of wonder, So
But even you've said you want to be a musician, and the thing you're thinking about is all these other aspects around the music.
for sure.
You're not even thinking about singer in terms of I want to be the performer.
No.
Like,
And I'm not, and it's not, I don't think it's that I'm not thinking about it. It's just that there's something that's more interesting to me at the time. And it's, again, a lot of this stuff sounds like strategy. It's not. It's literally just going.
I get it.
It's following the path that your heart is leading you, right? And for me, it was leading me. I was deeply curious about that world. So I'm not thinking, oh, I want to become a recording artist. I mean, I didn't even know what that was anyway. So for me, I'm just like, I'm in a world I didn't even imagine. Like
Wow.
the radios, the songs that you hear on radio, someone makes them.
Yes.
I was like, let me go and think about that. And then Steve says, hey, come sing BGVs, bana. Okay, cool. I sing BGVs, and then the song is on radio, and I'm like, oh my God.
Background vocals, for those who are wondering what
Yeah.
BGVs is,
So-
the other voices that you hear on a song.
Yeah. So it was just, I was immersed in just a beautiful world, man.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful world. So then now I get my acceptance letter from college. This, and they offer me a scholarship. It's not a full-blown scholarship. It's like 75%. So I still need to raise the rest of the money and my ticket and all of that. And so with Steve Wawero, we come up with the idea of doing a benefit concert.